What's up, dudes? It's Kupo here. Just wanted to make a quick video. It's kind of late at night. I'm trying to be a little quiet. But I was remembering my old vanilla warrior, which is pretty freaking awesome because I got all this old equipment in here and I want to show it to you. So I raided Molten Core and Blackwing Lair and Zul'Gurub like intensely in vanilla, and I was the main tank, so I got pretty much all the gear that a tank could want back then, and I'm gonna show it to you. So it's got some pretty cool stuff. So like this Helm of Wrath, if you see, it's got 10 dodge, 10 stamina, 10 parry. That's a enchant from way back when, somewhere in the Burning Steppes. You get like a Libram of Veracity or whatever they're called. You could put this enchant on your helmet. So that's kind of cool. I don't think people have these anymore. I don't think you can get these anymore. So it's kind of fun to have it here in my bag. And then these Pauldrons of Wrath, 5 fire resistance. If I remember correctly, this enchant came from the Eastern or the Western Plague Lands. If you got your reputation up high enough, you could get a resistance enchant on your shoulders. And if I remember correctly, I only got revered. If you somehow could get to exalted, I think you could get like a 5 all res instead of a 5 just fire res. But yeah, I don't. Back then, getting a rep to exalted was crazy. Like I don't know. Apparently, I didn't make it, but that's still good. For a main tank, you gotta have fire res for Molten Core. And Sabatons of Wrath with 7 stamina enchant. I'm not sure where that came from. Probably just an enchanter. I don't know. You might still be able to do that, I'd imagine. Shield 7 stamina. I'm not sure where that's from either. It could be just basic enchanting. 100 health to chest. That's probably also just basic enchanting. I'm not sure if you can still get... You might still be able to get these ones. But the shoulder and the helmet, I know you can't get those anymore. Let's see. Breastplate of Might. Basically, I have... I got, I think, 7 out of 8 pieces of Wrath. I never got the last piece. It was pretty rough. Back then in those 40-man raids, it was hard to get all the pieces. And my guildmaster was an idiot. He didn't want to funnel gear to the tank, so I had to legitimately use my DKP. Let's see, what else do we got here? So yeah, so same with the Might set. I had all of it but 1 piece, I think. So Breastplate of Might, 100 health. Gauntlets of Might with 5 dodge. It's probably just a basic enchanter enchant, I'm assuming. 7 agility, the hands on the Wrath Gauntlets. 9 the stamina on these bracelets. Waistband, no enchant. I don't know if there's a belt enchant. I don't think there... I'm assuming there's not. Leg plates of Wrath. Here's another pretty cool enchant that I don't think you can get anymore. It's got 10 dodge, 10 stamina, 10 parry. Zandalar Vindicator Breastplate. Pretty good breastplate from Zul'Gurub, I believe. Let me compare the stats. 15 strength. What's the item level? 60. It's only 65 item level. Huh. I'm not sure. I remember I used to like swap these out. I think it's because this has got more strength on it. It's if you need to do some more damage, maybe. I don't know. But it's just kind of cool. It's an old piece of gear that I don't know if you can get that anymore. I think Zul'Gurub's gone now, so. Drake Talon Cleaver. That was kind of my go-to weapon for a while. Let's see. Dragon's Blood Cape. It's kind of a cool looking cape, I think, actually. It's okay. Let's see. Pauldrons of Might with, once again, 5 fire res. Orb of Deception. It's kind of cool. I guess that's a toy now. I should probably use that. Oh yeah, I got the Defiler stuff. I got all 3 pieces. You had to get exalted with a Rathi Basin. And that was pretty cool. That was actually a pretty good PvP set. It's this Defiler set. Gives 5 stamina and extra crit rate. So that was a good thing to get until you got really high in the PvP rankings. Let's see here. Good tank ring here. Heavy dark iron ring. Okay, we got a bow here. Back in the day, you could use these bows. Like anybody I think could use a bow back in the day, or a wand or whatever. And so like this gives stamina and agility, so it's like crazy good for a tank just for the stats. And also pulling range stuff back then, I think you actually had to use your bow and just like use the shoot command. So that's kind of gone from the game now, but it's kind of cool that this is here. It's even got some durability use. See that? 95 out of 120. So that proves. I think that proves that I've used it. Let's see what. Let's check it here. Impending Scarab, tank trinket from Blackwing Lair. You can still get all that stuff. Lionheart helm. I think that was it the crafted helmet? I'm not sure, but pretty good damage dealing helmet. Good damage stats. Medallion Stimmus Bite. Scanner's Color. Okay, Dark Iron Gear. It says 0 fire res. They must have nerfed this. It was pretty good. I think they used to give like 20 or something fire res. But as a tank in Molten Core, there was no way around wearing Dark Iron Gear. Like for some of the bosses, they were all like fire element type damage. So if you didn't have the Dark Iron stuff, you were just dead. So all the tanks were required to go get all the Dark Iron gear, which is the reputation, I believe, in Blackrock Mountain. So like here's the legs. Also, that's kind of a nifty enchant. I don't think that you can get anymore. Is 20 fire res enchant on legs, which is pretty cool. And then also I think the helmet has it. Yeah, 20 fire res enchant on the helmet. So that's cool. I think there used to be more, like, well, let's see. I had these two. That's already like 40. It's like, yeah. It's like 90 fire res right there. Plus this would have been like 110. And then obviously you could get the bracers from Lord, Pyroeus, whatever his name was, in Blackrock Mountain. That'd be like another 10. So I can't remember how high we got the fire res. Probably like 150, or it may. I don't know. It might have even been higher. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see this stuff. I wonder what it looks like. Let's put the helmet on there, gloves, pants, just kind of red and black. But anyway, let's move on. Let's see, quick strike ring, DPS thing. Nixia Blood Talisman. That's from the Nixia quest. I think if you killed Nixia and did the quest, you could get one of 3 items, and this is one of them. Just this trinket, which is a pretty good tank trinket. Lifestone is just a world drop that I found like way back in vanilla, and it was pretty cool back then. I have a car. Insignia Horde. Overlord Crimson Band. I think this is Zul'Gurub stuff. Pretty good tanking rings, I guess. Oh, Thekkel's Grasp. This is a sad story. So, I ran Zul'Gurub. I think you could run that one twice a week. I think that was a twice a week raid. And I tried so hard to get this set. I tried so hard. I just couldn't get it. All I got is this one piece. And then even back when you could go and solo it later on, because it used to still be there, you could just go back and solo it. I still couldn't get it. I couldn't get the other piece. Like, I could only get this fist weapon. And this is the coolest fist weapons you'll ever find, because it's got if you get both pieces, it's got this set bonus that turns you into this big tiger. And I just thought it looked so cool, and I really wanted it, play around with it as Fury, but I never could get it. So I'm just stuck with just this. Sad story. Also, I tried to get the tiger mount out of there, and I ran it every week. I'm telling you, I swear, I ran this thing every week, never found it. Never found the tiger mount. I think I found 2 or 3 raptor mounts, but I never got the tiger mount. It's so sad. Like, to play through all that and just come up short and not even get it. But yeah, for all you guys that got that tiger mount, I hate you so much. Okay, Don Julio's band, another DPS thing. Scander's Claw. Helm of Rage. I think they used to be a pretty good DPS helmet. We have some more loot in here. Drake Fire Amulet. Okay, so there's even more fire res there. That's probably part of the fire res gear I would wear. Hand of Justice. I don't think that this is an original Hand of Justice, because I think the original one's actually blue, if I remember correctly. But back in vanilla, this was such a crazy trinket because auto attacks did a lot of damage back then. And so, for example, if you were a warrior with a Arcanite Reaper, you could attack, and if you had a shaman with a Wind Fury Totem in your party, he'd let you do like an extra attack. And those extra attacks could proc extra attacks. Believe it or not. And so you could get like a big O Arcanite Reaper and just like get 3-4 attacks in a row. It was pretty lucky to get multiple attacks in a row, but just adding this Hand of Justice on top of it, just way more chances of extra attacks. So I do have true stories because I PvP'd a lot. A true story is I remember seeing a paladin one time in Arathi Basin, and I had this trinket, and I believe I had a shaman with me, and I ran up to this paladin and one-shot him. Like, I got who knows how many Wind Fury procs, but I just remember I straight killed this paladin in one hit. It was just like whoa, 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 whack. Like, it just kept proccing attacks. So that was kind of funny. Kind of a funny story for any of you guys that remember that. Zendalari stuff. Looks like I put some 9 strength on it. Blackhand's Breath. Oh, there's the Defiler Shoulders. If you got exalted with the Arathi Basin, that's what you get, were these shoulders. And they were pretty good. They're actually pretty cool looking, believe it or not. I still think those look pretty cool for vanilla shoulders. Let's see, I don't know why this throwing X in here. Bloodlord's Defender, it's another cool looking weapon here. Another Zul'Gurub loot. Zul'Gurub was such a cool dungeon, guys. You guys really, if you guys didn't see it, you missed it. It was a really good dungeon. There's the Defiler Boots with the little run speed, slightly enchant. Ooh, Life-Giving Gem. I mean, you can still get this, but this was a really good trinket. Rage of Magumba. Oh, Onyxia Scale Cloak. I think you used to have this. I used to have this to do Onyxia, because I think that she had the one-shot mechanic. I think if you got hit by the breath or something. I mean, you shouldn't get hit by the breath anyway, right? I'm not sure how that works, because I think the breath would kill you anyway if you got hit by it. I don't know, but for some reason you had to have this cloak to do Onyxia. Like, you couldn't kill her without this. So in your raid, you couldn't go unless you had this. I'm not sure what it looks like. Oh, okay, that's kind of... I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of dull colors, but it is pretty cool. So... Frostwolf Insignia. Did a lot of Alterac Valley back in vanilla. So this is kind of cool. I guess it just ports you back to their area. Draconian Deflector. I think this actually used to have 5 fire resistance on it, but they must have taken that out. But that was a good starter shield. Like, you pretty much wanted this shield, I think, before you got into you want this shield before you got into like Molten Core. It's just another good gun here. I think I like this one, the Mandicure Sting, better because of the stamina, but this does have a lot of agility on it. Gives you good dodge rating. I think that's... Oh, wait, okay, here's the big item, guys. Look at this. This is an original Quel'Serrar. One of the rarest items in the game. You cannot get this anymore, so it might be... It's up there. It's up there in the rarest items of the game. Like, this is such a beautiful thing. And then obviously I had it. Look how amazing that is. Look at how that's from vanilla. Like, such a good, amazing looking sword. Let's equip this. I mean, I have a transmog, so it's probably going to look exactly the same, but let's just... There it is. It's on me right there. Quel'Serrar. This is pretty much the pride and joy of vanilla for me, is being able to get this weapon. Such an amazing, amazing weapon. Pretty awesome. So yeah, you can't get this anymore. You can get like a transmog version from the Darkmoon Fair, but it looks a little different. It's not the same. So this still maintains its place. It's pretty freaking awesome. Let's put this back in the bank where it belongs. So yeah. Oh yeah, one last note that you guys probably already know, but I think some of this gear, did it have defense rating on it? I'm not sure if this stuff had defense rating on it, but if like the old dungeons like Skolomance and Stratholme, you used to run those for tank equipment that had defense rating on it, and that's a lost stat that's not really part of the game anymore. But fun fact for you guys, if you switch to Brot spec on any of your tank classes, I'm not sure how it works exactly, but it gives you defense rating. It's like coded into the game. You don't see it, but it gives you defense rating. And being knocked off of your mount, you know how you're riding by on your mount like on Argus or whatever now, and the stupid mobs knock you off your mount and you have to kill them? Well, that's because of that's coded in based on defense rating. So if I'm a warrior and I go through in Fury spec and I'm just riding through, I can get demounted. But if I'm in Prot spec, it automatically gives you the defense rating. It's coded into the game, and you won't get knocked off your mount. You cannot get knocked off your mount in Prot spec. So it's just kind of a fun fact for you guys. That's why you get knocked off your mounts, because they haven't done anything with that yet, with the defense rating. So yeah, that's why you're getting knocked off your mount, and that's why when you're a tank you're not getting knocked off your mount. It's because of the defense rating stat, which I can't find any items with it because I think they got rid of it, but it's still there in the game though. So just a fun fact, man. A lot of good memories from vanilla. I just wanted to show you guys this really cool gear, especially this Quel'Serrar, man. It's such a beautiful thing. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this, and like, comment, subscribe. Thanks guys, peace out.